We're live.
And we're live. Bam.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock. We are now live outside the Roundhouse Hotel.
We've been met with hostility initially, right from the off.
Yes, right from the off. Right, film this. These local residents are getting told they have to go somewhere else.
They live across the road.
This is crazy.
Well, you're here at the minute. You need to be down there if you're waving that flag and you're wearing that t-shirt. Okay?
Did you hear that? If you're wearing that t-shirt and waving that flag, you have to go down there. Can I ask? We're the press. Would you like to speak to us about how frustrated you are? What's your name, my love? Are you a local person?
Yes, I live over in Bournemouth.
And what have the police just told you?
I cannot go to protest through
Did they tell you can't wave your flag here?
Yes.
You can't wave your British flag.
If you don't mind me asking, you might be you're a little bit infirmed, you've got problems walking, and the police are now telling you you have to go round the block.
Exactly.
How does that make you feel being a citizen of the UK?
Absolutely livid. I
Really?
don't mind they come on ships or the planes, but anything that comes over boats disrupts us.
Is it fair to say that people might be better to draw a distinction between well-intentioned immigrants that have come to this country for decades and the young men that have turned up in the hotels in the last few years? There seems to be a difference, right?
Yes. In restaurants, things. I'm not interested in No.
So when we've rise above TV, if you do QR codes, if you scan that with your phone, you get onto our website. We're just independent people on YouTube, Paul, Inborn, we report what's going on. So thanks very much for talking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you both. So we are live, we'll keep the cameras rolling. Hello, Rob.
buddy.
How you doing? What's your
Nice to meet you. My name's Gareth.
My name's
So,
Lance, Rise Above TV.
hello. So you're independent media,
Yes.
as I've just been discussed. So I was just having a conversation with a gentleman, and he's on about everything they're on about here. And I said, well, my first-hand experience, my first time in Bournemouth on holiday, was having that towards me when I was drunk yesterday.
Wow.
Last
Really?
night when I was accosted, being followed, and she was walking ahead. She was like, "There's people following you." And I turned around and said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I come here." I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I tell you a story, my friend." He said, "The first time I see a British with soldiers' boots in my house preaching Geneva Convention, I come here. Pay, make you pray in the name of Allah and the Lord, you know, and it scares me.
When we got out of our car,
And that was down there. That's my first-hand experience. I was scared, man.
the first people we spoke to was an elderly couple that were reporting to the police how a migrant had just cycled past. Done the same thing to the elderly lady.
Do you know what they are, though? Also, it's a silent. Because they're soldiers. They're soldiers who come here and their intentions are to murder innocent civilians. That's their intentions, and we're surrounded by them. I have to walk back to that hotel.
What hotel are you staying at?
The Heathlands Hotel, which is just down there. I'm staying with Delilah.
Right in the middle of Migrant 19.
Right next to the Migrant Hotel. I'm not a racist person. I don't care where you're from. Do you see what I'm saying? But if you come here with ill intentions, then I do have an issue with that.
What we were just saying to the elderly couple over here that weren't allowed to walk out there is what we think these lot are failing to make the distinction is the well-meaning
Who fought during the war.
our neighbours and our friends.
Yeah.
Is this live stream?
Yes, we are live.
I want to talk about.
We're just talking to this gentleman here first.
Go on.
So no, I understand what you're saying. It is scary. So I was going to say, no, it's scary for me because I am actually like, I'm a man and I feel like I'm swallowing my pride to say, yeah. It's in fear yesterday. You was there yesterday. I was in fear yesterday. What's all that about? What does that mean? What do you mean? Like, do you know what you mean? You'll find out. Some one day you'll find out. You've seen it before. Yeah. Ooh, you go. Oh, what are you doing? Like?
I have a question. I have a question to ask the people. When is the people going to stand up and actually get together? Because it's only the people that stand up against the government. All the people need to stand up against the system. Because without the people, there be no system. I think it's time the world needs to wake up. And it's time, when is it going to be enough's enough and to take a stand? My name is Elizabeth Rooney, corruption with the police and also the local authority, what they're doing to the innocents, how they're silencing the people, how they're silencing the world.
She's Irish, right? She went somewhere and this girl went somewhere and did a story with the mainstream media about it. I never asked her about what her background is.
My children has been abused and many other children has been abused by the system.
Wow. She's Irish. So they instantly profile them and call her a traveller girl because she's Irish. Not once did they ask if she's Irish. So when she got accosted in Tesco's, instead of putting traveller girl, she never said she was a traveller in the first place.
It's just being stereotyped.
Do you know what it is?
You hear someone Irish,
It's purely because as soon as you read traveller girl, you either scroll on or you leave something negative before you even know in the story. Propaganda.
Well, same day you heard that people was in the system, that people don't want to know that people that was in the system or exposed to the system. But now the children is growing up, the children that was in the system is growing up, they're left traumatised. But some of them has come therapists, trauma therapists or doctors and stuff themselves and they're actually like the public needs to get together. Like I said, my TikTok is a list following because we're starting to petition myself about the corruption and for the people. Someone needs to speak for people. Someone needs to stop someone.
Big shout out to everyone tuned in live on Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, and everywhere else. Rise Above TV is live right here in Bournemouth Town Centre.
Cheers, buddy, I appreciate that.
Respect. Okay. Rise Above TV. Rise Above.tv. So people are walking past and shouting abuse at these guys. Because this is obviously just the main town centre here. This is the end of the left-wing protest. The right-wingers are up there, and random people are walking past, shouting abuse at these lot communists. They're shouting Nazis back at them. It's pretty much exactly what we expected so far, let's be honest. Baz is trying to broker an interview here with the far left.
Who have just called us, what do they call us?
They called us Nazis and wankers, and they definitely don't speak to us. Oh, it's Lamsky.
Hello, buddy.
In the square, remember? Right?
I think we should maybe go around the other side. We're not getting anywhere.
Let's go and speak.
I've got some great footage.
Let's go and speak to the people down there. We've spoke to these guys. Now I'm going to speak. I've just said hello to him. Lamsky, do you want to talk to us again? Like a representative, these guys.
Yeah. Maybe anonymously or independently.
Yeah, however they want it.
In the face and everything. Just told them we're trying to gauge an independent view from both sides.
Yep.
Because they can't seem to have a conversation between themselves. So if we can be a mediator. Maybe
Josh was nice.
Maybe we can get a bit of common ground. So I think he's just gone off now to see whether there's anything.
Let's just go over here for a second.
Alright, yeah, let's go over here.
What's going on? What's going on over here seems to be there's a lot of members of the public who maybe weren't aware disabled people. There was a family here on the way to the beach, and they've been quite aggressive with the police.
A lot of disabled people have been stopped from getting through, and they're trying to get back to their hotels. Or and they're like, look, I'm in a wheelchair, I've got a walking stick, I can't walk. The police are like, no, you've got to go around the block, sorry.
Shocking. As you can see here, this person in a wheelchair has been. A lot of members of the public made
escorting a migrant
going on today and are definitely unhappy that they can't go about their daily business here in Bournemouth, Lansdowne. I think there was a family, looked like they were on their way to the beach earlier, that were stopped and told they could not get through on a public pavement.
Disabled person here, they're not letting through. I have done nothing wrong, I'm trying to get through, be peaceful to get through the other side, and they will not let me through.
Were you aware that
Did you guys
happening
escort
here
him?
today?
Yes, I was, but I wasn't
As
aware.
a public
If I'd
safety,
known,
as your
I had
police
to go
national job?
all the way around, I'd have got off here. it's going to eat my battery, not leave me enough to get home.
Oh, that's a terrible shame. There have been
Victimisation, it really is. Victimisation of disabled people, and these dickheads don't give a toss.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
I don't care about any section 14. I don't give a damn. I'm disabled, disability access rights. They have. I want to ask them to escort me through peacefully, and they have refused.
And they won't even escort a disabled gentleman through on a hot Saturday afternoon in the middle of the day.
Put it on the national news, please.
We will do. Thank you very much for talking to us. You have a good rest of the day, sir. So tensions are running quite high here at the migrant protest outside the Roundhouse Hotel in Lansdowne, Bournemouth. And we've been met with quite a lot of hostility from what appears to be the fanatical left wing. We're just going to, I think now, I don't think there's anyone else who's going to talk to us here. I think we better off going.
I think we need to go and speak to the other side.
Yeah, let's go and see if we can talk to anyone from the other side here.
Right, turn that off. We'll keep the live stream going.
We've got 9 minutes left on this. Right, once we go around the other side, I'm just going to switch camera.
Grab anybody that's willing to.
Mate, thanks.
Are you guys for the press? Yeah, because we've just had the same problem. What?
Are you live?
Yeah.
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
50 people tuned in. So we're here, this is directly live on the front line. We are at the West. The generic slogans are getting chanted. Nothing we haven't heard before.
AJ, zoom in up on the window, look. Here, come over, AJ. Over the left of the tree, look. He's in the window, look.
Yeah.
Zoom in there.
Oh, I can't.
You can't zoom in.
You can't try to zoom in on the window in a live stream.
Love on that top.
Yo, big shout out to everyone tuning in on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Share this. We are live from the Bournemouth migrant protest.
Safer passage is our message. Stop the refugees! Stop the refugees! Not the refugees! Not the refugees!
Let's go on the other side.
I like your stream, Scott. We're right disabled people through to their fucking.
Mate, we were called Nazis within 30 seconds of coming. We tried to report on both sides.
You're on your side,
They're empty words now, you know what I mean?
they're like communists, wankers, Nazis.
These two are particularly bad.
That sounds a bit far right as well, don't it?
Mate,
Streets out.
I love the way they said stop far right racism, and yet they're being far right to us.
Which what
Yeah.
you consider a far right
Which one?
matter.
No, literally.
Our street, 2 streets, our street.
Right, which way are we going to go? Round to cut in.
Yeah, let's go on the other side.
See you later. See you later.
Everything. Things just happening all around.
No. I've got some credit. That little fucking shit with the stars at the table.
He's a dick.
A little cunt.
Everyone, all the right wingers are so sad.
Yeah, I know.
So sad.
Well, I love the way they say, "Oh, stand up to racism." It's like you're the most racist bunch ever. Like we just turned up. We literally just turned up. They called us bloody Nazi wankers. Like what the fuck?
Just watch our flank, just in case.
Yeah, Baz is watching our flank. Baz is threading it today.
He's threading it. Fred Lee.
Wow. What a bunch of fucking only approved press, eh? You weren't allowed in.
Oh, did you know there was another media company they weren't allowed in?
Really?
Yeah, I just had a conversation with them. And then she realised I was live streaming.
Yeah, it stopped everyone from going through.
Alright guys, 64 people live, it's about to get...
Shout out to everyone still tuning in live. We're just getting a bottle of water before we hit the right wing end of the protest. Make sure you share this stream all over Facebook, Twitter, Insta, the lot.
The whole shebang.
Rise above TV bitches.
Live and direct. Yeah, it was very interesting, that was, wasn't it?
Indeed. So what's your take on it so far, Baz?
Well, very, very organised.
A little bit too organised, don't you think?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. 100%. And there seems to be a lot more police than what there is protests.
Yes.
So either says something that's either been overhyped and this is all a setup just to drag out certain, or it's just not as broadcast as what we thought. So it should be oddly streamed.
Tell you what, I mean, if they can organise a protest like that, piss up in a brewery is their next objective. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, this is it.
It's like they're organising a game of a bulldog.
Literally that, you know, I mean, we're using the let you, it's very suspicious. But we'll go around the other side, we'll have a look, and it'll be interesting to see. But we've not even got the opportunity to speak to anybody. The police won't let you physically approach, and nobody's willing to come away to have a conversation. I tried approaching several of them to try and do it anonymously, you know what I mean, with obscured voice or etc, but no interest at all.
He apologised,
So
and then the
it'll be
other
interesting to see what we get from the other side.
No, he got us. The other one came over, the signs up, and he said, "Oh, what's your channel?" And we said, "Rise Above." He looked at it within 2 minutes. He was like, "Yeah, they're wankers."
They are wankers. He literally just looks at the front page of the website.
No,
Grab it. Yeah. That's what it said on the front page. Serving only the finest cuts of grabbers. I forgot we're still streaming. Shout out to everyone on Facebook, YouTube.
How many did we trigger there just from being there?
Just being there.
Like, not even doing anything.
How many have we got tuned in?
64.
64 people tuned in. We've covered. We tried to infiltrate the far left. It was
Literally,
unsuccessful.
within 33 seconds, we were called a Nazi and a load of wankers, like, without even fucking interviewing anyone. We're on the way here. We go through the back streets of Bournemouth.
Going around the back.
Yes, yeah.
Follow us. Come with us.
Next one, Mike.
They wouldn't even let me walk through.
Oh yeah. They didn't let us interview bloody anything.
People round.
Well, that's what the protest was for. He told me. I said, well, can I go and have a look at the other groups?
Mate, everyone else is sound round the other side.
Oh, but they would.
Nobody wants to chat.
On that side, no one. We got no answer. It's just.
They're the fucking Nazis, mate.
Mate, have you noticed they're all really weak men as well?
If you don't agree with them, they fucking hate it.
Independent.
We just done something that right on the drove past it.
Fuck them.
And now I'm just saying, because it's funny because they just watched us walk away. And as we were walking away, a couple of them were radioing through.
But they'll have their drone.
This is what I'm saying, a few of them were radioing through, so I think that they're radioing ahead.
There it is.
To let them know that we're approaching from the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pressed.
Yeah.
I smell a weed though, like.
Yeah.
How many are on the other side?
Yeah.
We were having a bagel round the corner before it got lively, and we thought we'll speak to the lefties first, because once they see us speak to the right-wing people, they won't speak to us.
No.
And even though they were the first people we spoke to, we were like, "Hi, we're here to cover the protest. Would you like an interview?" Straight away, Nazi, fascist, wanker.
Without even saying anything.
Yeah. We literally said, "Hi there. Would you like to speak to us?"
My
That's what we got.
grandparents fought against the Nazis, and the only gas I got is in my lighter. You know what I mean? You're not a fucking Nazi, you cunt.
Mate, we did a documentary on the actual real far right and the real Nazis in Eastern Europe and that.
What
These
fucking
I saw the actual far right, they were piss their pants and cry and run away. They wouldn't know what to do if they saw the actual far right.
Load of
the real
fucking proper skinheads from Eastern Europe.
I've been to some skinhead parties in Germany.
Oh, you know then.
They're naughty as fuck.
They're all wearing jack boots and
It's just like the music and the vibe and the aggressive, but all the bonehead shit, fuck that. Scrape your knuckles on the floor. It's weird.
Crazy that, isn't it? Because for me, you wouldn't even know anything's happening.
No. It's so contained and staged.
It's
What I'm
weird.
saying, it's so organised.
Nick Griffin, as much as I don't like the guy,
Nick Griffin, absolute legend, mate.
spoke about it in 1980s.
Yes, he did. We just did a documentary on Nick Griffin. It was nearly 3 hours long.
Oh, he's a horrible racist.
Yeah.
He hates black
Yeah.
people. He hates Asians. That's all I heard back
Yeah.
in the 90s. He's a load of videos. We watched him on a podcast on Twitch. I thought, fucking hell, this guy was like 20 years ahead of the game.
More than that. Tommy was 20 years ahead of the game. He knew about
Yeah, Nick Griffin was 30 years ahead of the game.
Exactly. Exactly. And everyone shut him down.
Nick Griffin says Tommy's as long. That's what we said. Tommy, although everything is true, and he has been saying it for years, the unfortunate fact is, it takes money from Israeli people. We've got the receipts for it. This is the problem.
Yeah, but who cares?
Well,
the
what-
message out.
No, that's the thing. The message is good, but the problem is what we think has happened is because it's
giving you the
because it's the
breadcrumbs.
funding. No, he's giving you the real message, but because it's wrapped in a package that at least half of the country are going to hate. That's the way you control the narrative. You get someone that is telling the truth out there, highlighting the real problem since day one, and then you wrap him in this right-wing football hooligan package and you sell him to the country. Half
yeah.
the people are with him, half the people hate him. The perfect side. Do you see what I'm saying?
There you go, innit?
Let's go.
But then if you mix it in with a hooligan,
That's how, yeah, but that's how deep. That's how deep we go. But no, I can't.
if you mix it in with
He's been the first person to bring up the criminal gangs. He's been saying it for fucking years. You can't take any of that away from him.
No. You've got family members that have been groomed.
Yeah.
You know,
there's thousands of other people in the same position that never get the platform. So this is another question that you have to ask.
a perfect example was the Oxford Union speech.
This is it. How,
You know what I mean?
how do these
That
people
was-
get these
Yeah, he
platforms?
did know that.
Oh, well, he stood up and said, this is where I'm from, this is what I've seen happening, what would you do?
Yeah.
You know, no other man in the chopping block.
And that's why he's, like I said, he's a hero to half the country and a villain to the other half, isn't
But the other half left.
it? Yeah.
So I'm trying to stop grooming games.
No,
That
absolutely.
you throw people off.
No, absolutely.
What the fuck?
No, but this is where to get you with the double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Because they associate one with the other. You can't.
that's
you
what
can't.
we say, the
You
truth
can't
is
like a
that
man's views but disagree with something else
If
is
you get
said.
anyone that's singing that song that's going on,
Yeah.
then you get to label them as a right-wing football.
That's exactly
Well, I need to switch
If
cameras.
if you disagree,
I'll just hand it.
you're labelled like a symbol.
Switch cameras.
These words are emptying me up
No, they
nowadays.
don't mean anything anymore.
No,
You know
that's
what
the
I
whole
mean?
point. Yeah.
Gone. So,
Well, boys, you've got to switch cameras.
Yeah, we just
Alright, no worries. I'll see you later in a minute.
Okay, mate.
It's a lot calmer on this side, so I don't
Yeah, no one would be trying to take cameras.
Interesting. Isn't it?
Oh look, got a guy over here with a union.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a St George's Cross cape.
A lot of people beeping when they go past. Very, very tense down the other end
So
of
we
the
are
protest,
now
guys.
almost at the other end of the protest. What we're expecting at this end is a lot less, if any, hostility. I'll get the GoPro.
Ah, the GoPro.
Just switching cameras up, guys.
Big shout out to the AJ or the media teams. We are willing to pimp AJ out for money if you need him to do your media, much like Fred is doing the rounds with all of the different auditors. Let me just get that in there.
If someone take that, I'm just going to have a look on AY Audits live and see if we can see where he is.
Yeah, come back there. That was DJE.
Yeah.
Right, I think he might.
It was just AY audits. Oh
DJ
wow.
Media, 38 minutes.
The Hotel Inspector.
Oh, is he not? No, he's not in Bournemouth.
DJ's not here either.
Shit.
Just rise above TV.
Only rise above TV.
So that's an interesting call as well, isn't it?
Here we go then. Coming over and he's William Jump. Right. I reckon let's get to the back of the road. Keep an eye on the windows, guys. And if you didn't actually get over you, make sure they don't spit you or anything, because they've probably got fucking AIDS or something. Plain close copper.
Right, shall I turn this?
Take one.
Got my hands full, mate.
Let's see some of your signs. Protect children from rape gangs. Stalin is failing to listen to the people. Can't disagree with either of that, mate.
And we got one here, look, just for him because he loves smashing the gangs.
Smash cigarette gangs, let alone gangs and smoke.
People, it's true though, isn't it?
You know what? Did you make these yourself?
Yeah, I made these.
Well-intentioned immigrant making a to the country, also concerned about the migrant 19 crisis. We're here on the front line, Rise Above TV. Thanks very much for talking to me. Right. Stop the GoPro.
Bold on in, mate. No one even bothered.
Mate, no complaints an eyelid. No police. Straight in, nobody said nothing.
Paid, mate. He's right. They're paid, isn't it? Just
Mate, honestly.
live on Facebook, YouTube. We've been to that end. They called us wankers, Nazis and fascists in 30 seconds.
Disgusting.
Everyone at this end is super sound and friendly. Why are you here today, bro?
Our country, the way it should be. I'll say one thing. I agree with so correct paperwork. If you ain't got the correct paperwork, I'm sorry, but I mean, get on your boat, fuck all that way you come in. If you got me, you come here, you do all the stuff you're not supposed to do. Like you say, getting called Nazis before you go around, you've got to see how you press. No need for it, is there? So, I don't have to say more than I really do.
No, we're you know, I'll be honest, we side with this side of the protest, but we are trying to be impartial today. We went and spoke to that end first, and we know as soon as we went to see it, listen, we're speaking to you guys, if they wouldn't talk to us, lo and behold, we're like, hi there, come and interview you, no Nazis, fascists, a totally different feeling down there. One thing I said to people is, obviously, we get called, or this end get called racist and everything, but what people are in between migrants or immigrants that come to this country for decades, our neighbours, our family members.
If you've got the correct paperwork.
Yeah, and they come in legally, but they can't see that there's a difference between the one in the in the last 5 years with no paperwork, probably just been deported. Are they unable to see this?
They know exactly. Because they know they can get away with it, they're all going to keep flooding in. You know what I mean? And to be honest with me, I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to protect for our country, our kids and all the rest of it. That's all there is to it. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, mate,
actually, thank you very much for talking to us. Well, a warm reception so far at this end of the protest. So here, this end, what I'm noticing straight away is the protesters are protesting at the police rather than being protected by the police like they are at that end. It's actually a completely different dynamic, and I've noticed that straight away. Yeah, we get a different. Above TV, we're independent media.
I'm here for children and 6 grandkids, and I want to be able to pay for everything. Not this scum in there.
Are you local?
Yeah, I live in Migrant.
I'm from Paul, Wimborne. Have you noticed things get markedly worse
in the
last 2 years?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, horrendous.
Yeah, Bournemouth's been on a bit of a decline
It's a horrible town
for a
now.
while.
It used to be beautiful, but it ain't safe anymore at all.
Yeah, we went out the other week in town for our birthday drinks, and as we go down to the town centre to get carried home, straight away we look around and it's like, there's not loads of drunk idiots.
No, I don't mind them.
Yeah, kebabs.
You know where you are.
Yeah, totally different feeling now, right?
Yeah, it's horrible. Anywhere, we need to do it. Why are we letting them in anyway? The government must have plenty of backhanders financially.
Do you think it's government incompetence, or do you think they're doing it deliberately?
I think they're doing it deliberately. I think it's all been planned, personally. I'm not one of these conspiracy people, but I do think it's been planned.
And I would tend to agree with you. If it is planned and these young men creating nothing to contribute to being what do you think the goal is?
What's happening? Because our government are letting them take over.
Well, wow. Shelley, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, my darling.
You are live on YouTube and Facebook.
Hi.
Big shout to Shelley.
Yeah, cheers.
Right, we need to report on this song that's playing.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's get somewhere a little bit quieter. Big shout out to my Patreon gang. You know when we did.
Let's send AJ just with the camera down there because there's plenty just to film the front of it. They're letting people on YouTube. We can't talk to anyone down there because they got the megaphone and stuff. Look. just walk down there, AJ, and get the front row, mate. Yeah.
Cheers, please. Thank you very much.
You could just get a walk along and get the front of this crowd.
Our women are confirmed.
Outside the Roundhouse Hotel in Bournemouth.
Women and children first. Our children and women have the right to walk freely. No more legally. No more fancy fighting tree. No more in the hotels. Shut the hotels.
Another rabbit.
Do you know who's speaking?
About unity and not splitting votes. These people will collaborate.
Well, Coney here in Bournemouth.
I say the right do the same as well. That's what Conservatives haven't been taught and haven't learned for so many decades. These people will put all their differences aside and kill each other later to get to their end goal. The right have to start understanding this is what we're up against. These are the people who are going to be voting for Labour. And now Zoltana and Corbyn are going to take that vote. Unity, splitting votes, that party is going to do serious damage, guys. You think Labour are bad? Can you imagine Zoltana and Corbyn, a communist and an Islamist, side by side, running Britain? Tell them. Communist scum off our streets. Off our streets. As ever with these sorts of things, as ever, patriots, with these sorts of things, there are some horrible stats and facts that have to be read out, because this ultimately is what has shifted the Overton window. When patriots, the silent majority, even liberals, are confronted with facts, it changes everything. Multiculturalism, when they said multiculturalism, what they actually meant was mass uncontrolled immigration and an Islamist invasion which no one voted for. We were lied to, we were sold a lie, and we were lied to. It has aged the backbone of this great nation. The class that Britain fighting fit has been made the most. However, good always comes out of bad. And it has shifted the Overton window. Patriot concerns are vindicated by the statistics now available. Those facts which detail the extent of Islamist migrant terrorism in Britain. But, patriots, these statistics are just the ones we know about. They are just the ones reported and charged. We still do not have the entire whole picture with regards to what migrant terrorism and the illegal invasion has truly done to our country. To that, I say, no justice, no peace. We want justice for the girls. We want a government
Save our kids! 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 Save our
we want a government that war on radical Islam. A government and a police war on communism. A government and police force that will we want mass deportations and remigration of those who do not belong here in Britain, and we want the death penalty reinstated.
Where's the women and kids? Where's the women and kids? Where are they? Where's the women and kids? Where are they?
There's a reason why we must remove the communists. To all the liberals who fancy being conservative after a glass of wine, but actually their blood doesn't run blue, but the liberals that get a bit mouthy after a glass of wine, there's a reason. This is for them. Many think communism is just a ideology. It is not. Communism is a weapon of the devil designed to enslave souls, destroy the church, and erase God from the hearts of men. And it's not just Christians that understand that. Secular atheists understand that. Agnostics. This is why the saints stood up to communism, and it's why the church, not now, but we are going to reinstate Christianity back into the heart of government, my friend. That's right. That is why communists support migrant terrorism, rape and murder. Why they despise conservative values. We must treat these people, our opposition, down the road, right now, from if they were Nazis. Their placards and their rhetoric, patriots. They might as well be wearing swastikas. Like so many former cities, Bournemouth has become a myself. Let us remember young Marine Thomas Roberts, God rest his soul, by an Afghani illegal invader who was already convicted of murder. That monster should not have even been here, and Thomas should still be with us.
Yeah, what? Hello. Hello.
I reckon kill that one tonight.
Why has there been 100 rapes every year for the past 222? There were 105 rapes, 143 sexual assaults, 19 exposures and voyeurism, 286 sexual offences. Bournemouth has 3 illegal invader hotels. In 2024, my hometown Eastbourne had 6 harbouring illegal invaders. Seaside towns like Bournemouth are worth 1.3 billion a year in tourism, being absolutely wrecked by the negative consequences of immigration. And we should talk about those consequences. Let's name them. Islamist terrorism, the Islamic Caliphate, migrant terrorism, and third world savages who drain the taxpayer and destroy lives by raping and murdering. Another example, on the 16th of July, it was reported by the BBC that Mohammed Abdullah was charged with rape and sexual assault of a 20-year-old woman here in Bournemouth. That's not a British name. Why are these people here? The Britannia Hotel, the chain, we all know, is part of the backbone of the asylum scandal. This is very true. But there are so many with blood on their hands. I say it is time for no mercy, no diplomacy, and no surrender.
No, I want to interview him.
It is time, patriots, for a clean slate. It is time for justice. I say no more will we let the lunatics run the asylums. I say we install a government who will detain the invaders, and the foreign monsters and the Islamists on MI5's terror watch list and the foreign criminals in our jails and on our lands and the communists and the traitors in government, and we begin mass deportations and remigration. Every one of them. Why is it that so many criminals have their names concealed? Why is it that the government and the media are so demographics of the people involved? Sexual crimes, rapes, violence and antisocial behaviour. We deserve to know if there is a correlation between the advent of mass uncontrolled legal and illegal immigration and the statistics, which we now know show a 730% increase in rapes between 2020 and 2024. In 2000, there were 8,580 rapes. They were recorded in England and Wales. 227. Why did a woman in Portsmouth yesterday come up to me and tell me that her doing illegal? Why did that have to happen? To hear it. Is it possible, patriots? Is it possible that our liberal, corrupt establishment have let in hundreds of thousands, millions who have a very different attitude and belief system to us, towards men, towards women, towards younger females, and to those people who are not part of their tribe? Is it possible that they've done that? It is only going to get worse, patriots. A lot of these men do not rape and do not murder. They specialise in intimidation. They specialise in confronting. They specialise in threatening, stalking, hunting, demonising, demoralising. They specialise in destroying communities who have absolutely had enough of being made to feel afraid. So we can't rely on mainstream media stats and facts, because they're not all going to murder, they're not all going to rape, but they're going to make this country as can, and it is only going to get worse, and the government will keep allowing the votes. They will keep allowing the people will simply stop going out. They will stop feeling part of the fabric of our society. They will further lose belonging, but perhaps most damaging, Britain crumble as we, the taxpayer, ask ourselves endlessly, what on earth is the point in all of this? Why are we here? Why are we paying taxes? What are our taxes for? The government's chief function is to protect its foreign and domestic. And I've got some bad news for you, patriots. It is now down to us. It's now down to us. It is now down to us to take back control. It is down to us to make the sacrifice. It is down to us to create a political revolutionary force of nature designed to capture the hearts and minds of this country's citizens, of every single Christian, of every single patriot, of every single concerned citizen, common sense citizen, and for us to lead them to victory. I guarantee you, patriots, on everything that's holy, there is nothing else left but for men and women to stand up, to take the country back. And I will not stand for nonsense arguments, nonsense debates about votes being split and such is the best deal. So we've got to settle for more liberalism. Absolutely not. That's what we'll do. No. And remigration, who will declare war on the communists, who will declare on the Islamists, who will defund the trade union. The decade Christian right has left it to the liberal. It's decades, and we have forgotten how past the post system. In the first past the post, and there are losers. We don't have proportional representation. You have to win. It is that simple. In under 30 seconds. There are 3 metrics to judge a political policies found in their manifesto. It is time to pick a side. It is time everything at the political party of your absolutely no time left, patriots. There are no grains of sand left in the hourglass. So my message to you, let us all stand together. Let us all stand together. Shoulder to shoulder, let us show the backbone, the silent majority of this great nation, what Christian courage looks like. Let us tell them there is only one thing left, that it is time to get political, it is time to take our country back, and it is time to send them home. We want our country back. We want our country back. We want our country back.
We want our country back. We want our country back. We want our country back. Britannia!
This is definitely one of his security.
Well done, patriots. Bless you. I'll hand you back now to our fantastic host. You're the one doing it, guys. I just show up. You're the ones doing it. I promise you, off script now, the only way to take your country
Got him, we got him.
Thank you. Well, this is a revolution, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? A revolution.
We're trying to get an interview with Nick Falcone.
It's a shame it's had to come to this.
Yeah, go very lots.
Who thinks that by the end of August we're going to have, well, basically civil unrest across the UK? But that's going to be what it's going to take to turn this around, isn't it, ladies? The turnout we've got today. This is, yeah.
Saw you boys in Calais.
Yeah. What we've got at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, is chaos. Unlimited chaos, limitless sways of anonymous random people flooding into the country each week. No wonder people are upset. How hard can it be to have a sensible immigration, migration Well, this is it. A lot of people are intentional. How can they possibly be so incompetent, so weak? How is it
Yeah.
to send anybody back to their own country? How is it for anybody?
Speak to Nick.
How have we got to this point? It's absolutely pathetic, ridiculous. What sort of has got no backbone like we have. No backbone. We need to get our backbone back, ladies and gentlemen, don't we? Two sides, but and sometimes shout over to us, Nazi scum. Can you believe how have we got to this point where people like us are being told we're Nazi scum? And can you believe the utter shallowness and how thick their arguments are?